Okay, so let me get this out the way right quick here. Um, I lied. This is gonna be the last one. Rounds it out to 8. It's a nice number. Same, kind of like a bagua. Bagua jang, 8 trigram palm. Lovely martial art. Should have studied into that. But yeah, beautiful looking martial art. You know, walking around that octagon. Anyway, I've thought about this, and I'm going to see if I can verbalize it in a realistic way, but maybe not. I think that this happens on the right and the left in some ways, but I think that people get so wrapped up in what this country is doing, or what that country is doing, or what this organization is doing. What do you think about the Zapatistas? What do you think about Rojava? Or what do you think about this group? And it's like, well, you can talk about what they actually do, but ultimately, Zapatistas are doing what they can to keep their nation alive. So really, it's not really your concern. You should worry about what you're doing. And I think that's something that's very important. I think that, I was listening to a little bit of Luna Oi's stream, and she made a lot of good points. Is that, Americans are brainwashed it's the same as any other country. Now, I'm not just saying that just to ape what she was saying, but I think it is true, though. It is true, is that we are just as brainwashed as anyone else. And we need to realize that. I think that there's still something deep within the heads of Americans that make us this way. We can see movies like Scarface, the 1983 version, and say, I want to be like Tony Montana, or you'll see movies like, I don't know, that's a big one though, or movies like New Jack City, where we see people like Nino Brown, and you'll see this guy who's a complete opportunist, scumbag, who at the end of the movie he's selling out everybody. Oh yeah, Kareem Akbar, the light-skinned brother from the bank, he's the actual one that's the leader of the CMB. And I think that if you just stop focusing on if you just pivot slightly away from these movements and say, yeah, you can build solidarity, but if you actually do your own stuff, then why not do that? And maybe I'm responding to a comment. Someone commented on a video I did about Black Red Card a while back, and not the one I did recently with Anand Kazi, but it's an older video where he was downing Juche. He was just saying that Juche wasn't really that great, and it's just for aesthetics, this and that. Kind of like what Vosh says. Vosh says that too. Is that people just like Vietnam for aesthetics, and people like the DPRK for aesthetics. It's got that sort of the military marching and everything like that, which I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that's not true. It is. But I think if left-wing folks online focused on actually seeing what works and what doesn't work, which is what a lot of the right did. That's why this whole thing popped off, is that apparently Lauren Boebert led people in to the Capitol and let them walk around and saw the security. There are other matters too where police let them in and everything else. This is something that's going to be detailed a lot in the future. And it's going to be used by the FBI as examples to say, hey, we can't let that happen again. But yeah, I think it's important to realize these points a little bit here. And I'm going to see what happens in the future. Right now, I'm nowhere near joining an org, which is why I say don't join an org. If you don't know anything about Marxism, or if you don't know about anarchism, or whichever tendency you have chosen, then, you know, unless they have a real they have a real dedicated group of folks to foster that and to teach people the right way, then what are you doing? You can't just start an org and just say, well, yeah, here we go. And of course, I would, you know, I would just refer back to Black Red Guard's video that me and Anam Kazem were talking about, or the series that he was talking about, why the left in the United States is weak. But yeah. Okay, this is the last one, I swear. I think it had to be said. Probably wasn't the best, but you know what? I got it out the way. All right. See you later. Goodbye. And I may put something out tomorrow, depending on what choices happen or anything else. But yeah, I'll be watching the inauguration like some of y'all may be watching. So anyway, goodbye.